The United States has a new problem. And no, it's not another war, but a mysterious hospitalization of its Defense Secretary. Lloyd Austin was hospitalized on the 1st of January. He was in the ICU for 4 days, but no one knew, not even the President of the United States. The Pentagon chief has now come clean, but the Congress is asking why the delay, especially at a time when the US is fending off Houthi attacks in the Red Sea. Why did Austin keep his hospitalization a secret? And why is health such a hush-hush affair for world leaders? Our next report tells you.
On December 22nd, the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was hospitalized. It was an elective medical procedure. Austin was back home the next day. But on January 1st, he had to be rushed to the hospital again. He was in severe pain. He spent 4 nights in the ICU. Till 6th January, he was still hospitalized. But no one knew. Not the President, not the State Department, not Pentagon leaders. And that's led to a huge uproar in the US. Austin was hospitalized on the 1st of January. It was only on the 4th that the news reached the National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. That afternoon, he conveyed it to Joe Biden. On the 6th evening, the US President spoke to Austin. But why was no one informed earlier? A US President is the Commander-in-Chief of the US military. But linking him and that military is the Defense Secretary. Austin's duties require him to be ready at a moment's notice, especially to respond to any national security crisis. Not quite possible from a bed in the ICU. Austin's hospitalization also came at a crucial time. American destroyers are in the Red Sea, fending off Houthi attacks. Only days ago, a US strike killed a pro-Iran commander in Baghdad. Through all of this, Austin has been hospitalized, and no one knows when he will be discharged. Austin is yet to provide any details about his condition, but he did comment on the fiasco, taking responsibility for the lack of communication. Austin said, and I quote, "I also understand the media concerns about transparency, and I recognize I could have done a better job ensuring the public was appropriately informed. I commit to doing better." But what explains this secrecy? Diseases and hospitalizations are a sensitive affair when it comes to world leaders and officials. That's because there's so much at stake, and most of them like to keep things under wraps, like Russian President Vladimir Putin or North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. There have been lots of speculations about their health, of Putin having a cardiac arrest, of Kim disappearing for weeks at a time. But their countries insist the leaders are hale and hearty. Then there are others like Hillary Clinton. In 2016, she was up against Donald Trump. She had pneumonia. She was advised to rest, but she kept campaigning. It was a secret till she nearly collapsed. Why? So that Trump could not exploit it for campaigning. In 2010, UK Prime Minister Tony Blair was hospitalized, but number 10 played it down. Turned out he had a heart flutter. Former German Chancellor Angela Merkel has had many shaking spells. She once had to sit down during a national anthem, but she continued to brush off concerns, just like Britain's wartime leader. Winston Churchill had bouts of depression. He had a heart attack and even a stroke, but no one knew. Same for John F. Kennedy. He was the young, charismatic president that America loved, but in reality, he suffered from Addison's disease and was taking pills for it at the time. Most of us don't like to talk about our illnesses. It's personal, but for public figures, it isn't that simple. Can leaders too cite personal privacy, or does the public have a right to know? Well, the jury is still out.